I've got my matcha, I've got my sweet potato, and I'm ready to start. If you notice a change in the light during this video, it's because we are going to be studying into the night. Not necessarily because we're studying for a super long time. I was actually supposed to film this video about 6 hours ago to profit of the daylight. I woke up just for the daylight, but then my lovely neighbor decided that it was the perfect time to blast her music so loud that I could barely hear myself think, let alone film a video. And I tried banging on her wall, and then she banged back on my wall, and then I banged again because she didn't do anything. And then she banged again and yelled through the wall, "What's your problem?" Then I just said that her music was too loud, and then she kept it as it was for the next 5 hours until her mother came along and told her that she should put the music down, and has been quiet ever since. So now we can get started! I've talked about how I study Korean before. It's been my most successful video on this channel at the moment. It's quite crazy, but I thought that I would actually bring you along one of my study sessions. I've been pushing back Korean for the past week, so pretty much ever since my school started. Why? Because there's a lot of work and math is taking me way more time than I thought, which is always what happens, but for some reasons I'm surprised every single time. So let's have some fun. I've also been saying a lot that I'm done with this book, which is half a lie and half not a lie. I have read through every grammar point and I got every grammar point, but it's not in my head yet. I need to put it in Notion and to be able to review it. So and we're also watching drama. Yes. It's been, I think, about 6 months since I've last watched a drama. There's a lot of dramas that I want to watch, so I'm just gonna pick one of them and I'm gonna watch one episode today. I'm also gonna go through the grammar book, I'm gonna go through the flashcards, and I think that's pretty much the whole plan. So yeah, let's get into it. We got this. Makes me so happy. 듣기 시험을 어떻게 봐요? 문제를 2번 읽을 거예요. 문제를 잘 읽고 나서 대답을 찾으세요. 대답을 찾으세요. 문제를 잘 듣고 나서 듣기 시험을 어떻게 봐요? 문제를 2번 읽을 거예요. 문제를 잘 듣고 나서 대답을 찾으세요. There we go. Got it? To be honest, I know that I read Harry Potter. Well, read, you know what I mean. But this is how I practice speaking more than anything else. This is the big part of how I do it. Just because these sentences are really basic, but they're still like longer. I'm still lazy to read them even though they're this short. But like, because they're simple enough, my goal is not necessarily to say them perfectly in one shot, but I'm trying to read at a somewhat normal pace. It's still a lot slower than I would read in French and a little slower than I would read in English, but it's much better than it was a couple months ago. However, I do have to thank Korea for that, because having Korean everywhere was the best way to actually learn to read fast, just because I could like see the new words everywhere and just be like, a new word I didn't see, and like I had to practice reading new words all the time. If you're not in Korea, I think the best way to replicate this at home would be to just take post-its and put them everywhere. I know it's a really well-known technique, but like, let's say I have this potato, then I would write kuruma on this and stick it on the sweet potato. This example is really trash because you wouldn't do that on the food. I just can't think of another example right now, so this is the example we're gonna go with. Ideally, you want to do it around the places you stare at a lot. So like in the bathroom, you could do it around your bathroom mirror, just like identify all the little items there is next to your bathroom mirror, or around your desk if you have a wall. What I used to do was to just put a bunch of post-its on my wall. I was making little lists of words on each post-it and sticking it to my wall, and then every night I would just review them a little. That's actually a technique that I did in bio first because I'm really bad at memorizing, and so I took these notes and printed them out and then stick them onto my wall, and every single night before going to bed I was reading the notes just to make sure it was really sticking into my head. Interrupting your regularly scheduled program to let you know that we're at McDonald's. This is taking so long. It was supposed to take 10 minutes and now it's been 20 minutes. Hello. Sur crédit, s'il te plaît? Bonne soirée. The last stop and we can go home. Hello. Bien. Parfait, merci. McFlurry. 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 Oh my god. The cup is going down in the machine and it's going to get filled magically by the machine. I've never seen that before. That's so cool. Look, there's not a human and yet it's still filling up. Whoa. And like then there's a little arm that like pushes it out. Technology. It's so impressive. I say sitting in the car.
Yeah.
Merci, bonne
Is there a
soirée.
straw in there?
Woo! We get to go home and eat.
Careful.
Yeah. But before we gotta disinfect our hands.
Cool.
The fuck? Welcome to my little story time. You've heard I just got honked because I took 3 seconds after exiting the window of the drive-thru to move. Why? Because I was disinfecting my hands. Because that's important. We are in the middle of a pandemic. You disinfect your hands after you had any contact with the person. Right? Right. So I guess while I eat my very huge meal, I will be watching a drama because yeah, that's what I can do. Ah, true, I forgot. I have to resubscribe. I have my pass. Now I can finally eat my McFlurry. It's like water at this point. Wait, I have to pick a drama. Oh no, I wanted to watch some that are on Netflix. Oh well, I guess I'm gonna have to wait a month. Whatever. I'm gonna be watching True Beauty. Apparently it's so bad, but that's what makes it so good. I don't know. I haven't heard anything about it except that someone said that it's a really terrible drama, but she can't get over it, so I'm watching it. Ooh, it's soup now. It's 1:26 a.m. Not that it matters because I live at night, but my period started a couple hours ago and now I have the worst cramps of my life. I guess that's what happens when you don't have your periods for 5 months in a row, but this is what we're dealing with. So I'm just gonna spend the next few hours snuggling with my hot water bottle and watching the drama.
다행이다.
Because I hadn't watched a drama in so long, I forgot how much effort it takes to try to understand what's happening. The thing is, we get used to the subtitles and we get used to relying on them, and I know that I could just take them off, but because the episodes are so long, I can't spend an entire hour not understanding everything that's happening. It would annoy me too much. So that's why I decided to leave the subtitles. But when you have subtitles on, it's way too easy to rely on them. I caught myself a few times over the past few hours, not even trying to understand what's happening, but just reading and then being like, oh my god, I actually know these words. But actually reading the subtitles and then hearing what they were saying and realizing that I should not have read the caption because I actually knew the words they were gonna say. I really had to make a conscious effort to listen to what they were saying and then read the caption. And if I missed the caption, then I would just go back.
After watching way too much drama and finishing my flashcards, I did a little grammar before picking another drama and watching it again non-stop. Yep, within the week that followed, I watched 6 different dramas. I have a problem. Please save me. I'll talk to you next time.